Hello, this is Dan. I'm going to try to help you configure this guy so that he fits into the human IK. I will tell you, I have never used the human IK before, so honestly, I would be surprised if there wasn't a way that you can reorient the bones, which would be the easiest way. Um, I mean, I'm looking at this thing here. Let's see, we have controls, we have definition. I don't know if there's some way that you can select a bone and start it off in a different, rotational spot like this, like that. Like that's probably, if that's okay to do, then that's the way that I would go ahead and I would set this up by doing those rotations first and then going and doing the skinning. Okay. Since that maybe won't work for you, I don't know. Like I said, I honestly, I never used this before, so I don't know if I can bind to this skeleton at this point. Okay. But what I could do, I just undid that. What I could do is you can manipulate your character, of course. So I could come into my faces and with my soft select turned on, by the way, I scaled this guy. He was tiny. I scaled him up to be close to the size of the human IK. But with my soft select on, I will come in here and I will try to grow the selection. So that's shift greater than. You hold shift and hit greater than. Grow your selection. Um, grab the amount that you want, to move. And like I want all of this to basically stay pretty much the same. Actually, maybe one less. So it's shift less than I hit. So about right there, because I want the shoulder to kind of just nicely bend with it. Now I can choose the kind of fall off I want. That's too much. Linear is okay. I can do this. Make it harder that way or that way. Let me actually go this way. Okay. So now for the rotation, I'm going to rotate it. It's going to look all funky. And then I'm going to move. And this is not like my favorite solution. Like I said, I think it would be better to um, move, the bones into the right spot. That seems to be what I would think is the proper way. But this can be a solution because you can keep little by little adjusting this so that it gets to where you want. Now at this point here, most of the arm looks okay. Maybe forward a little bit. And now maybe what I have to do is manipulate this area. I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Okay. So now I turn this area a little bit. I pull it a little bit to try to compensate for where it got messed up. I think the one thing to remember about this assignment is, I don't want to say this in a bad way, so I'll try to say it in a good way. This is kind of a busy work assignment. This is not supposed to be like, you're not taking this character and, gonna make a full length animation with it or anything like that. Like the fact that they're trying to get you introduced into character rigging in the last 2 weeks of class, I think is kind of weird. I thought that's what the whole class was about in the beginning when I signed up for this class. So from here you can individually go through and move all the parts you need to. Now when you have areas like this where you're getting just these little areas that didn't quite that kind of got pulled with the shoulder when we had it selected, we can go into here, go to polygons, mesh, and do an average vertices, and then see how it starts smoothing it out. So the fact that the model is not perfectly the same, like the exact same model that he gave you in the beginning, I don't think that that's really going to make a difference because it's not like this is something that, you're not having to, like, you're not getting graded on the fact that this is the exact same model. You're going to get graded on the fact that you just did the assignment. This is not like, you're not taking this thing and making this your final work or anything. So all I'm doing is just keep hitting G to average the vertices. So now you can see the curvature looks good. If I went through and spent a little more time, I could adjust the fingers the same way that I did the arm. It might get tricky when you select one finger. You see how it wants to trail over. So in that case, you're going to have to do that. Turn it down, and there should be a way. Oh, by the way, you can use symmetry too, by the way. So if you want it to move on both sides at the same time, you can do that. See, this is going by volume. If you go by surface, see, now it only takes the surface right there. So then, as you can see, if I start moving it up, it's only grabbing right there. That's what I wanted to show you with that. So you just adjust those, and then you can do the same thing with the feet, with the legs. So, for instance, actually, let me see. Which view do I want? Left view. Left view. Sorry. I grab all of these. Let's try that again. Vertices. Okay, and now I can just grow my selection. So, actually, let's move it a little bit more. Alright, let's see what we got now. We go to the front view. So you can see it grabbed both of them. Now, we actually might not want both. Maybe we want to do the mirror thing. So I can turn off world. And now if I move this, the symmetry settings on the X, tolerance. Let me see, maybe I have to reselect it. There we go. Yeah, you have to reselect it. So we can just go to here. And there we go. So now if I start moving it that way, you can see it moves both at the same time. I can take this, try to tilt it a little bit maybe, and then move it like, oh, come on now. There we go. So whatever, actually I think I'm going the wrong way. I think it actually needs to tilt in this way because that's where the feet are. So if you have to, but again, I will reiterate one more time, do some more research on the human IK because I'm almost positive that it's gotta have a way that you can move this stuff without messing up the bones, because what good would it be if it was only, this one size and that's the only way it works? It wouldn't be much good. So there's got to be a way to adjust the bones, and that's what you want to look into. How do you adjust bones in human IK? I mean, I could go onto Google right now and probably find that. I will. I will do that. See, let's go into here. IK chain. You can see I was just looking up stuff myself. So I'm going to put in human IK chain. Let's put in adjusting bones. Adjusting bone position. Human IK chain Maya. Okay. Orient a joint's local axis manually. Okay, so manually orient a joint's local axis. Select the joint. So here's all the information on how. That's just the axis though. Okay. Move joints. Here's another one. So here's how you can move joints without detaching the skin. Let's see. Here's human IK. Character structure, control ribs, effectors, pivots. Set up a human IK character. Set up a human IK. Let's see here. So let's see. IK skeleton. Import or export a human IK skeleton template. be fine. There's got to be a way in here. And one of these has probably got how to do this. So I would look into that, and I'm sure that even if you don't, this is the Maya, their actual help guide for 2014. What happens? Like, there's got to be other videos or something. Go to videos, setting up human IK part 2, how to fix local axis, setting up human IK. So there's got to be, there's lots of videos here, so you can watch these and see if one of these videos has your answer. So I just turned that on. All right, so I mean, either one of these ways will get you your solution, but I would find out how to move the bones around. That's probably the way that I would go, because that's really the right way. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this video and I'll let you get to it. But there's one thing I do want to show. When you go to skin, um, this character, if all of the bones are within his body, meaning that there's no bones protruding outside of the skin, you can use a binding method called um, geodesic voxel binding. You go to skin, smooth bind, geodesic voxel. It's right here, binding method. This is the best one I've ever used. It's makes such a difference in binding this guy fast and easy. The only problems that I had were in the armpit area a little bit and in the neck area. Almost everything else came out perfect the first time. I did a different skeleton than this one, but it was really good. Okay, if you don't want to use that, this is an auto rig system, and if you're using auto rigs, there's also other options. Um, if you want to look into, this thing, this is free for like student use. Advanced skeleton. Advanced skeleton. He's got all of his stuff through Facebook mostly, but you can go in and you can download, and then you can watch his videos on how to set it up. I think the setup ones are kind of further down here. He's also got a website too, but this is very easy to set up, and it does the skinning really good and really fast if you learn how to do the skinning part. Okay, so um, look into this too if you want to do. Now this, I know you can adjust the orientation. So that's something that you could look into. I don't know if you want to get into something new, but this is definitely, I know this works and I've used it before, and I've led students that I teach as well. So I've led students to this thing for an auto rig. It's good and it's free if you're not using it commercially. Okay? All right. I hope that gets you your answer. Thank you.